Bluish green street that lit up the sky. Then turned white. Possibly a plane or a rocket. Possibly a plane or a rocket.
Okay. And I think in stream news, I'm officially done with the creatures. I'm officially, unless I feel like playing with the creatures more, they are no longer stream enrichment. We'll have to find some other source of stream enrichment. I'll have to do some sort of project after the demo's released. You know, take a little break from the game to make another game. But specifically one that'll be used for, like, distracting me while I'm developing the game. So, you know, double whammy of, like, impeding progress. But okay, I said, on Friday, that yesterday I would be doing playtesting in person. Well, I forgot my controller when I went out there, so I didn't do that. I also forgot a mouse, so I just had a trackpad, so it'd be like... Also, my laptop, it doesn't have, it has very limited, like, key parallelism. I don't know what exactly it is, but you can't move, like, the WASD keys and move the mouse at the same time. It's terrible. So yeah, not exactly a good situation to be, like, playtesting in, so I'm just gonna do it next week. But I think that'd be good as well, because that'd give me time to focus on, I think, the intro for the demo is what I want to do. Because I thought about it earlier where I was going to make like a little menu and just have like the movement demo and then like another thing. But I think what I'd like to do instead is make a sort of thematic demo. And then like it just leads organically into the game. But that way I can also start playtesting things like the actual like puzzle and adventure game style mechanics in the game. That'll be important. Man, there's so much stuff that's placeholder. Okay. Because little do you know, I actually started working on the intro long ago. I'll show you what the intro is right now. You're this little thing. So I think what I need is a few different things. Right stick to... So, like, tutorial prompts for right stick to move, left... Or right stick to move camera, left stick to move the character. And so I can't jump here. All I can do is go up to this, talk to me. So before you take control, I need to know I can trust you. Tell me something only I would know. And then you can use an item. Passport. So your name is Jacqueline, you're from Daxter, you keep a journal. I'm the only one who knows that? I'm pretty sure my family knows, probably a few friends as well. You're close, but try again. Oh yeah, also, here was a bug that I've been noticing, a performance hitch. If I do use a note, there's a noticeable stutter you can see when I switch between menu options, because it takes multiple, like, frames. Or there's like a subtle stutter that's just long enough that it messes up the physics of the object. So in the background, I think I also need to like port a bunch of stuff to like C++ or just like really polished performance of, weirdly enough, just the journal UI. Like not anything specific, just the UI itself. But I am worried it's going to be like the word wrapping. But okay. You've come to see the medium. I suppose that's close enough. And then we take control. The thing fades. Eventually what I'd like is obviously a more graceful transition there. What does this do exactly? Not quite what I wanted, it seems. Oh yeah, because it messes up several things. What I think I need to do... Yeah, you know what? No, I was about to say let's start just like making that work. I think what I'd like to do is just really think about like, what is our plan? So what did I say was my thing here? Where the hell's weekly? There it is. So like March 22nd to 28th. So playtest, and level fixes. So Necropolis time stop. Make sure you can exit the dialogue without. Let's see. Ooh, you know, good point passed me. I think I really should do this. So start on the Sirti ruins. Dark Abandon, but easy. I mean, we have these basically. Inner ruins, the backstage. So we're not gonna have that. We're not gonna have this. This is like aesthetic stuff. Shut down. Things are collapsing. Things are locked. Moving things stop. Get a pistol from Riley. Time stop machines that look like they're machines used to activate platforms and things. A lot of this is not true anymore. I made a much simpler design for the level. But I think what's really going to be important, now that I'm looking at this, yeah, let's go back to the actual game. We'll start a new game and we'll just do a very simple thing. Oh man, so much visual work that needs to be done as well. I need to bevel all these faces. All of these walls need bevels. And this dirt road, it needs UV mapping. Ah well. Item, TS thing. We're just going to completely skip past everything. So I was curious about the lab coat. Are you a doctor? So you're a researcher then? What do you need exactly? We need a science thing. Well, I got a science thing. So I think obvious things first off. We need... Ooh, if I'm going to make this ready for playtesting... It's like, let's just say time stop fixes. Rename required items. I guess that's fine. So what exactly are you demonstrating? That's fine, I'll consider it. Little guys. Oh, NPCs should not have... So, like, we should hide NPC path, debug info stuff. Does not move to his mark. So yeah, he should be walking to the lab. Like, he has the power to do that. Oh yeah, this guy needs to be deleted. I think? Yeah. Because he's just for debug testing. Yeah, so goodbye, you. Let's see. Oh, is the video game working? Did I break the video game? I think I did. Yeah, because I can't alt-tab into it. Hang on. Well, say la vie. Okay. Oh, right. Another thing here. We need to get this checkpoint closed until the player uses... Yeah, let's have that. Basically, lock Crab Hill until you go to the admin. So, like, physical gates. More people hinting at it. Because basically you should be like here. Alright, so I went to the medium. Okay. Do I want a dirt road? I think I like it. I think I like the aesthetics of the dirt road. But okay. Another obvious thing. Stitch up the roads and stuff. That's not as important, but I guess that'd be like a thing to... that would distract a player from the playtest, basically. Oh yeah, also, the freaking train station isn't, like, completed. Does the journal? It doesn't. I should just have the journal should mention the lab has a big dome. Idea. I really like the idea that you can ask security guards things, or I guess they're peacekeepers, technically. I should be consistent with the names as well. We're gonna have, like, 1 trillion bugs. Yeah, so I guess my plan now is basically I'll use this week for more bug fixing, and then come Saturday, I'll do play tests in person like I was intending to. In fact, I could just release an EXE on the Discord server for people there to also play test the level. Yeah. Who's this guy, actually? Oh, that's the guy. That's our famous guy. But okay, we got these guys just kind of standing around. I'm glad that they're all at their marks, at least. But, they should be... Yeah. Yeah. The famous guy. I actually deleted him, but he came back. Okay, time stop fixes, move NPCs to, like, more thematically interesting places, I guess. So, remove characters. Some sprucing up. Well, I don't need to put, like, spruce up the level. Like, yes, I'm well aware that I should spruce up the building. Like, I don't need to bug. Like, that's not a bug. That's just a thing that I need to do. But okay. I'm glad you can make it, Jackie. Says at the lab. I'll show you the machine. Why is he not walking? This is incredible. It's like, who are you, man? Why are you not working? Does he... So he has a walk loop. I don't really... His neck is so big and so long. Okay, so yeah. Another bug. He doesn't walk. Oh wait, all of these needed bug as a thing here. Oh well. I barely ever use the tags anyway, because I never added a multi-node editing, which would be really important. You know what I'm thinking? People here have too light of a skin tone consistently. Okay, so what should I be doing? I guess I'll just do like a run through where I'm not even reading anything right now. Oh, right. The other guy doesn't have anything. So the investor still has no dialogue whatsoever. That's going to be kind of important. So like, he needs like literally a smidge of dialogue to just make it feel like he's participating in this story. And also the materials are broken for us, of course. Which, I mean, I guess is a bug. Well, that's like a visual bug. I'm meaning more like things that aren't immediately visible to me. So are you warm? Yes. Then let's prepare the machine. So does... Ah, I see. Nobody feels like walking these days. When did this happen, actually? Very strange. Did I like change something? All right, what is everybody saying here? All right, everybody's saying things that are mostly relevant. Okay, and the other obvious thing is that everybody needs to wear their suits. Also, everybody is duplicated, I'm seeing. Like the investor, there's 2 of them. The assistant, actually, how many assistants are there? Why are there 3 investors? I think our first major concern, it's probably going to honestly take me the entire week, is just making the, like, navigation system work consistently. Also, we need, like, 3... What am I trying to say? I think we need less bald people. We have one guy who's completely bald, another guy who's very bald, and then this guy has the exact same bald. Well, I don't know. Maybe baldness is just common around here. And someday it'd be fun if characters react when you climb on them. But okay, everything is completely frozen. Oh, I see. Hang on. Are you... Okay. The assistant, one of our pivotal characters, is not in the time visitor group. How foolish of me. I'm fine, thank you. Oh wait, hang on. Should I be worried? Yeah, so eventually, Yeah, characters need to be wearing their suits because, like, this guy, as he said, it's absolute zero in the time stop. And I don't actually currently have a system to change outfits dynamically and, like, maintain coat materials and things, so that's an issue. Also, they should all have coat trading dialogue. That's very pivotal to the game's success. Oh yeah, also, did I forget to put Karamov doesn't walk? He wants to walk. Let's put this under, like, nav. And, like, dialogue. Rename required items. What are these, basically? I guess these are mostly visual, but that's fine. Yeah, I like this one, but it is more like a feature than a thing. I could just say in the journal note, the other stuff. Okay. Let's just skip through the dialogue. Everybody walks. Without walking. Very powerful. I do like how people are like a full head and shoulders taller than each other. I'm pretty happy with the fact that there's... Wait, is this guy? Oh, he's just chilling. And another minor thing I've said before, I want this particle, or these particles, to actually be spheres instead of billboards, because now it's really obvious that these are just little billboards. But that's neither here nor there. Well, it is there. It's not here. But okay, Karamov. As you can plainly see, the time stop is very real. Everything's stopped. Oh, I bet you... Wait, no. I was about to say, I bet you the investor isn't moving because he is... Why isn't he moving? Why is everybody else moving but him? And because it used to be the wife had that issue. In fact, let's go back. So, investor. Investor. Assistant. So the assistant is frozen in time. Paralyzed. Tragically. Oh yeah, also, they don't have necks. Oh yeah, also, minor thing, but still important. Characters do not have consistent coats for some reason. Actually, let's look at the investor. Because it's interesting to me that only one NPC is having issues. Is it because his, his ID. He forgot his ID. Classic. You can't get scripted if you don't have an ID. That's the rules. Also, why is the frame rate so bad? I think it's probably... Well, whatever. The unpredictability of streaming. Let's just talk to this guy, do that. Let's all go back. So we're just going to do some sort of basic scripting for this whole thing, and then... Oh yeah, I forgot. That guy's broken. Those two are going off on their own little adventure. Also, I think I do need to make it so that, make navigation async. I basically need a navigation server with a callback. Alright, everyone here, let's do a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Who's missing? Also, I don't like how his nose looks from this angle. I know. He needs nostrils. But okay. All of that's good. Sadak is going out. Everybody's coming out. They're doing all their fun stuff. It's okay. Stands in silence. Do you think something would be out here? Oh, what the fuck? Now he's walking. Also, I tried to improve their walk. It's not a very good animation, though. Also, his, rigging is fucked up. Let's put that. Soldier rigging, fucked up. Well, no, that's more of a visual thing still. Let's say, actually, let's just put visual. So, like, soldier, jacket, bad, skinning, walk animations are still bad. I need to just make, like, I need to just, like, look with my eyes at people walking and remember, like, who I am. And, like, you know, just examine humanity and get in touch with it a bit more, I think. Because I think the big thing is there's very little movement of the head. And of the torso. Like, I thought I improved that. I thought I did, like, a concerted effort. Because this feels like the old animation. Yeah, I'd say we need leaning forward, more head movement, more chest movement. More arm crossing over the torso. Arms are way too, like, at the sides, like, pumping, you know, forward and backward. No interesting, like, Jackie has an okay walk cycle. Oh, I also see absolutely no hip movement whatsoever. Yeah, I swear I fixed that. Hang on. Like, if we go to this guy, and we go to walk, this feels like a different animation. It also feels like his arms come down to his knees, which is just because they do. I guess the gloves add, like, a couple inches to his hands. Like, is this the same animation? Hang on. Let's go to Sadak. Like, does he have, like, a different... Okay, so he does have the correct animation tree. No, okay. I think this is the same animation. It's just, yeah, whatever. Something strange. Let's just call this, like, bugs. Or, like, bugs and fixes. Okay, nobody wants to walk, but specifically, when orchestrated through the quest system. Yeah, I think I need to go back to walking school and figure out like how human beings locomote. So don't take kindly to how you talk to me and still expect me to help you. Well, that was simple as that. Where are we going? Oh, I see. See, he knows where he's going. You know, like him or hate him, he knows where he's going in the dark. Actually, that'd be an interesting conversation. But it's not like this is the first time. Or it's not like... I think Sadok actually would be, like, just unnaturally good at remembering places. Because he is, like, a former, like, insurgent type guy. Okay, let's see what we can find here. Oh yeah, we also need to, like, have a room. Oh man, there's so much shit I have to do. Alright, let's find a clue. You know what, let's put that in, like, other things I have to do. Oh yeah, let's also say, like, in here, fix Jackie's materials, fix the hair loading bug. Okay, make a room for... Oh, we still don't even have the assistant's name. I just registered that. Okay. Situation is deteriorating. We need to leave. We should probably have him run back. So we need the ability to run back to the place. So Sadok runs back to the regroup point, or we teleport. So as I said before, another alternative is, instead of just making the player go the same route again, well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it would be interesting if the player had to sprint to keep up with Sadok. Because I'm imagining part of the challenge of being in here would just be the act of, like, platforming in the dark. Oh, I see. The frame rate tanks when we load this area, so... Oh, I bet you I know what it is. I bet you it's, the whole, like, necropolis situation. So we'll need the necropolis to, like, not be loaded, basically. I think. Yeah, okay. Sadok and I found some floor plans. Let's just skip through those. Oh yeah, also, noticeable massive lag spike when we skipped through the dialogue. Okay, so let's say, like, lag spike. Skipping dialogue. Lag spike when, running, no, lag spike when viewing journal UI. So I think the skipping dialogue is just a consequence of the of how I do the dialogue, which is that there's a script, or like it has GD script that has to be like parsed at runtime. Who the hell is this? You head with Sadak and the investor to the Citadel, and I'll make sure Dr. Karamov doesn't freeze to death. Time is of the essence here. Well, why are you standing out here? Where are we? Oh, I came back to the lab. I went the wrong way. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here then. So yeah, the big issue, actually, thinking about it, Sadak needs to lead us to the Citadel. So that's a nav bug. And then also, the investor, no, the Stet needs to walk away. Lila should be somewhere interesting. We need to somehow let the player find things on their own. So, oh wait, the Stet should not teleport. So that'll be a nav bug. These two are more like storytelling. I have an idea for how I'm going to do things. Wow, the frame rate is like falling apart. But not my problem right now. We'll just assume if I get far enough away from everything, that it'll get faster. And all will be okay. Not quite. Crashes and frame rate drops with no explanation. I don't appreciate that there's no errors whatsoever. Besides these ones. But these aren't like... These are more like... what are these actually? Node not found. Crab Hill Lab, dynamic content, active entities. Returning null pointer. Yeah, I don't know. Still unexplained crashes and who knows what. No, I know, frame rate drops. And it would make sense if it was the Necropolis because we need to actually like reinstate the like environment system that I had. But okay. Let's call this performance. Because it might be visuals as well. Okay. Do I want more stuff? I actually... Yeah, I should probably figure some extra stuff out. But yeah, the big thing is we need the ability to run. NPCs now don't have that. The hair... The bugs. So many bugs. All the bugs. Alright, let's see. Our thing... Oh, too many lights. Another issue. And I'm thinking about it. Actually, pretty big issue. Because, all of the terrain is one mesh for the whole game. So there's only 8 sources of... How are there enough light sources to cause this issue, actually? And more importantly, why is the player's light not taking precedence? Let's put that as like our top concern. Actually, what if we put the player last in all of the rendering so that no matter what, the player light will, you know, just be the most important thing. That does mean, though, that the player will not be ready. Ooh, that's actually a difficult challenge then. A difficult thread to needle. But okay. Now, the player's light always takes precedence because it's based on, like, render order stuff. Oh, I see why. The player already has 3... No, I guess the player doesn't fuck me then. I'm just a fucking idiot. Okay, player light should always have rendering. Like, literally, no matter what light we have to delete, the player's light should always be the one that is visible. But yeah, I'm also thinking, making the terrain all one thing, such a mistake. Okay, where are you going? Oh yeah, I think he's going to a random point. That's still a bug. NPCs still go to random points. So that's nav. Let's remove that, actually, and call it nav. Lowercase. Let's just go to the thing. Yeah, the absolute biggest issue here is the fact that, like, my light was sometimes not affected by the terrain, or not affecting the terrain like it should. But okay, let's see if I can figure out how to get into... I bet I'm in the completely wrong region. Yeah, I'm just going the wrong way. This is just straight up the wrong neighborhood. I think if we go this way, we can loop back in. Maybe. I think we might have gone around the entire, like, wrong way. I need, like, an ultra-powerful freaking, spotlight. No, okay, I see. I think I'm coming up to the... Okay, whatever. We literally need just, like, one more place. In fact, teleport to Crab Hill Fort. Okay, and also the water is broken, which is very interesting. Actually, is that gonna fuck this up? How did it happen? How did it happen? I don't get it. Okay. We got plenty of bugs, though. So what I'm gonna do... Let's start with just this, so... What did I do? Let's not accidentally, like, delete some connections here or something. Like, I'm seeing Crab Hill entry. Did it just delete? Oh, it deleted the guy. Right. Hopefully nothing else. Because it loves deleting signals. I hear some pots and pans being thrown with reckless abandon. But okay. Okay, good. We have things that make sense to me. I'll just say that's fine. Quick play test of the time stop quest. Do I need to push now? I guess I don't really, but let's start with the nav. Yeah, you know what? Let's start with the easy... Well, no, I don't want to start with the easy stuff. I want to start with the core stuff. Like, Karamov doesn't move to his mark. Let's start with that. Because I think that will reveal various other issues that we can resolve. And I'm also trying to envision, in my big old brain palace, let's start a new game. Oh yeah, also other bug. Reloading, or starting new game. But why only ambient light? And didn't I spend, like, a lot of work trying to fix that? I like the frame rate, though. It's nice. Why is it so smooth now? I guess it must be the guys. Okay, the light being black just... So many problems just in this, like, one, 5-minute sequence that I've tested. Because not to mention all of the other, like, things that I need to do. Okay, so let's save this. Alright, let's do item ts thing. Save game. PS1. A science thing. Oh wait, hang on. Before we do that, let's go to NPC nav. It's like navigate to. So I think this is guaranteed to run. I really hope. Okay. So we have a position that we're going to. So, and we also know the position. So that means this absolutely should be going. Okay, it's not empty. Then why isn't he moving? Hang on. Okay. So we have an interesting thing, which is that, he should be moving. I know. Oh. No, okay, never mind. I thought this was the other guy. Basically, there were two scientists in the world, but one of them was deleted. So this is... Oh... It's because it wasn't him. Hang on. We're gonna be here a while, it seems. Okay, we got the guy freed. I'm glad to see that it also, like, doesn't crash when that happens. Okay. We don't need this. We don't need it. Okay. Basically, all the guys are doing their thing. Okay, but we did see that this guy did not actually do the thing. Yeah. Where did you study? Blah. Okay, so who... Okay. So we're looking at the assistant. We are not looking at the, at this. So we did not do this. Okay. Eventually. Okay, there we are. New game, TS1. And then it'll be like another few seconds before the thing happens. And this will be fun once we integrate multi-threading into the mix. My goodness. Well, I guess it won't be that bad. Because it's literally just, I just need basically split this off, and then we'd have a new state like state.waiting or something like that. And then once we get the signal, then we set the state properly. Okay. Where do you study? What is that? Science thing. What exactly are you demonstrating? I'll consider it. Okay. So F11. So we are moving the scientist to spawn 1. We have no scene path. So do we have... No, video game. We should have the NPC here. Okay, I think it's because the TS scientist... NPC... When does the duplicate thing... When does the ID register? So all NPCs friendly ID equals self. So track self. When is track self done? Ah, it's in the wrong place. I think we need to do I think we need to do track self after ready. This is a tricky problem. Because basically, I think what's happening is there is a scientist who exists in the world. I have a great idea. Where is that cursed man? This one. That one is exists because basically this quest completed starts on ready. Enter tree is before ready because basically enter tree is just like it goes from top to bottom. As soon it just does all of them, I think, in a row. And then like once all of them have entered the tree, then it starts doing ready from the bottom up. So it'd be like basically like this node gets ready, then this one, this one, this one, or like the, you know, and then this one, you know, once all its children are ready. So there's just ordering issues with basically, I was deleting the NPC, but he was already marking himself as like being the NPC to look for before he was deleted. Okay. Let's take it from the top. And I'll need to figure out some other way now of making it so that the NPC will actually like... So we don't need this right now, actually. Yeah, as I was saying, we need to figure out some other way of making it so that he, like, exists when the quest is completed, but that'll be for later. So, can I help you? Are you studying? Do you need something? A science thing? I'll do it. Okay, so let's double check. Actually, let's check the output. So now, there's still a duplicate NPC. I don't understand it. I'll try to figure out what that means. So, at least, we have... Okay, we have an NPC, though. So now he does his thing, and... Oh, I see. Okay, and everybody has the same node, because God is dead. Why is that the case? Also, I'm seeing another visual bug. Scientist... coat does not, wait. Tails have no skinning. Basically the weight painting, because they're completely stiff. But yeah, also, every NPC is using the same animation tree, even though I set it to not do that. In fact, let's double check that. So, like, where would that be? Dynamic character? Maybe just NPC? Do I not do that? I thought I did. Oh, no, I don't see. Hang on. Who are we? Yeah, we literally do this. Hang on, actually, we can literally just do tree root.duplicate. So, like... So, like, they should be straight up, like, doing this. Okay, whatever. Oh yeah, also, game is not, like, loading, so... From the top. Okay, I'm struggling to understand how I could possibly, like, duplicate a resource, and then that just doesn't, like, register. Like, do they all... What if it's because the onReady is initialized to the same value for each of them? Okay, so we no longer need this. Nope. Okay. But why? Come on, video game. Okay, so we have... Is this the same thing? I think this is 11309. What is this, actually? Oh no, this is the outfit. We need the animation thing. Yeah, you can see our lives are horrible. What is this? Call V. Global error. Position not found. Who's calling it, and why is it being called like 1 billion times? Error calling method from call V. Position 3D. Global transform. Method not found. Who is calling it? Where is this being called from? Why is this, how is this a new thing? And why is it like the pause menu even? How does the pause menu not fix it? The game is paused. The game is stopped. There is nothing like... Hang on. Dot global transform star.gd star.tres. I think it's something like parenthesis. Because like... Do we even have a like thing that'll do that? Is it just a fluke? Is it just a random thing that's wrong? How is this happening? See, this is why development was much more fun when I wasn't fixing bugs. Okay, so it's specifically something to do with the navigation somehow. Even though if we go to the NPC update navigation, and when do we do like nav.update? Paused update. Okay, okay, I see. Wait, no. NPCs should not be doing this. Yeah, because NPCs are paused. So clearly it's something... Whatever, hang on. Let's just load the game. Maybe it was because hot reloading sometimes introduces bugs. Also, I hear the music has died. There we go. Get our lovely tunes back. Okay. Yes, it was just a fluke. It was just a random bug. The thing that is not a random bug is the animations all being shared across all NPCs, even though it literally wasn't doing that like 5 seconds ago. I guess it's because I typically was playing around with Riley, and since she's a female rig, she'd have a different, What the fuck? They're different people. I know what it is. It's because the duplicate should be true. It should be a deep copy. Okay. And basically, the problem is, the tree is not duplicated, but all of the nodes of the tree are themselves resources, so I need to duplicate all of them, which hopefully does not include the animations themselves. Actually, I'm pretty sure it doesn't, or literally certain it doesn't. It's just one thing after another, and then it's the same thing again. Now he doesn't navigate. Now he just doesn't want to go to the place where he's supposed to go. I think what it is I didn't move enough, so it didn't load the scene. I think it just didn't like load in NPCs. Yeah, now they're loaded in, so you can see in the little distance. What did you need exactly? This thing? There is literally no God on Earth. Alright. It's just one thing after another. Also, the temperature of the computer, because it's so hard on the computer to start the game so many times in a row. We're also going to quickly... Jesus, okay. We're going to start running into temperature issues as well, and the performance is going to start going down. I'm going to get even more mad. Okay. No wonder I thought the game was going to be so over. Jesus Christ. Fucking 3 of them all at the same time? No wonder the game, like, stutters so bad if every single person always has, like, the same again. Hang on. Stagger navigation. Okay, we're at Tosh Blah. Okay. So it's not. So he should be walking there. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, so that's the assistant. I don't care about him. What? Did he, like, disappear for a second and then come back? What the fuck is going on? Whatever. He's working. These guys are working. Everybody's working. Everybody's happy. It's a beautiful thing. Are they all synchronized or are they randomized? Oh good, look at that. They're actually randomized. Kind of, I think. Yeah. I think these two are mostly in sync, actually. I think it's just a coincidence. Okay. I won't look a gift horse too hard in the mouth, even if it does have gingivitis. I think I can say it's kind of fixed. So, let's see at the lab. And yeah, we need to fix the clipping on both Atash and Sadak. So, okay. Let's chalk that up to a victory. We have one navigation bug solved, and it wasn't even really a navigation bug technically, I think. But okay. Like, what did we even change? Oh yeah, the duplicate thing. Okay. That was one of the visual things. Did I even put that in here? Genuinely, what did I even change in the code to, like, do this? I have no idea. Oh yeah, I was just deleting the guy. Okay, so it's a very, like, poor solution to it. Fix for Tosh's movement. Some other fixes. Okay. hide PC path and debug info stuff, so nobody wants to walk, but specifically when orchestrated through the quest system. But actually, actually it's time sensitive. Because if we review the footage, I'll have the jury review the footage. Basically, he was sliding for a few feet, but then he started walking. Oh, actually, I know why. I think. So let's ignore that then. Let's start with the rest of the navigation, because I think I might have fixed it with the navigation node stuff. Oh, I kept hearing voices that sounded like there were people in the other room. Okay. It was the navigation node bug, where like NPCs were overriding each other of like, okay, you know, this one initiates the walking, but then this one initiates like not walking. So they were all like competing with each other because they all were using the same resources. But okay. Let's just all start. Okay. Everybody's walking all stylish. Their chests are moving way too much, I see. Yeah, the men's walking is really... Oh, and there's yuck. The women's right hand is bugged. I remember why. Because the rig was slightly asymmetrical, so now I have to go through and fix like every single model for women. In fact, I bet you the men's rig is also slightly asymmetrical, but I just haven't bothered to fix it yet. Also, did I make sure to mention that the coats are inconsistent? I think I put it in like the severe bugs, so I guess I'll leave it there. But okay, so that actually fixes that. So there's nobody who wants to know. No, it's actually was because the animation tree stuff just fixed. Isn't that nice? I fixed 4 bugs. But okay, why are there 3 investors? I know why, I think. The more advanced things will be things like this guy not teleporting, so these two can't teleport to the Citadel. Well, actually this guy could, but we mainly just need him to not freeze, so let's talk to him. Do that. We have our light. Then let's just have him go. Yeah, the NPCs also need to not converge so much on things. So I'll put that as a visual thing, but I'll also put it as a nav thing. Basically, NPCs need to be spaced out when walking, and not in the fun way. In the boring way. Oh, and a way that I can do that is just by having one NPC be walking. So that can actually be more of a scripting thing, because I have the ability for any NPC to follow another one, and following automatically gives them space. So I can just have them do that instead of like all going to different random points. So like maybe, you know, the scientist starts and then they come out, and then once they get here they like navigate to random points. You know, the real big concern is going to be the bug with the player's light. Also, why does it only occur this way? This way specifically. Hang on. What is this way? Oh, is it because of the... Is it because of the big light up there? Because, like, if I look this way, everybody's fine. So it's kind of like the opposite of what you'd think. You know, because it's based on how many lights are on screen at the same time. So when there's more lights, for some reason the player's light works. But then when there's only the player's light, it doesn't. I don't get it. And now it's changed direction. It's that way. If I look that way, the player light doesn't work. Like, what's over here? What's causing this issue? And then I look this way, perfectly fine. Something really, really weird is going on with the, like, light prioritization, I think. Whatever. Okay. What are the other navigation bugs we need to figure out? So I guess we can do teleporting to... Oh yeah, a minor one. NPCs should not, like, bump when they go up things. So, like... over small objects. So that's a nav bug. Basically, I think I just need some more graceful way of handling that. Because they just, like, jump noticeably. Oh, and the player... There's the hitching that came back. I felt it. I felt it very briefly. Well, whatever. I don't see it now. Okay, but actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we have a big thing that I need to think about, which is when a chunk isn't loaded, how do we fix it so that it, like, works still? What if I have predefined exits for each navigation node? Okay. I have kind of a crazy idea for how to do navigate off chunk. So, like, find the nearest active chunk, or, like, nav mesh. Well, yeah, like, get the... So, change your target. Center of the chunk. Or, let's just say, if it's active. So if the target exists, just navigate normally. Otherwise... So we change our target to the center of the chunk. Find the nearest active nav mesh. And then find the nearest, just say nearest active chunk. And then we find the nearest exits node. Okay. And then we navigate to the exit node, and when we reach it, if the chunk is still not active, we then disappear. And we, like, mark ourselves and do all the things that we're supposed to do, so that way the chunk will, like, work. Alright. So, like this. So let's envision there's 3 chunks. And then the third one is inactive. And so if we know where we are, or let's say this is our start, and this is our end. And so, or let's say it's like up in the corner or something. So we can't get here. Instead, we get to the center. And so our new target is here, and I think the reason I don't want to just navigate to here is because, like, imagine if, like, you know, there's a rock, like, right here, for example, perhaps. And so the closest point to here is, like, here, but that doesn't really make sense for him to walk toward. So that's why I want these, like, predefined exit points of, like, you know, you can choose one of these points, or, like, you know, maybe there's other exit points, like, for different nodes, for example. And it just chooses the closest one to this point. So that means that we have O of n squared. Well, no, O of n plus O of m, a linear search of both to get the closest chunk, and then to get the closest exit point from the given chunk. So O of n plus m, or whatever that be. Hopefully not too many, though, because that's like, there's like 3 chunks active at a time, so that's not going to be that bad. And I'll probably get lazy with the exit points, so there won't be that many. But yeah, we would basically have them, you know, these would just be like the major paths, and so then the NPC would do a navigate to like here, perhaps. Does its normal navigation as it would. And then it disappears. If the chunk isn't loaded. So that means I think I need a new state, which is going to be like navigate to state, or like navigate to inactive chunk. So basically, the same as whatever it is, navigate to node. So yeah, instead of move to points, it'd be move to inactive point. Let's call it that. You know, have we? I think we've heard this. Well, we haven't heard this one recently. Okay, move to inactive chunk. Hang on, my brain is frying. I need like less intense music. But okay, new state, move to inactive chunk. When we reach our target, try to get to the real target. And then if the target doesn't exist, disappear. I'm currently doing for this setup. Okay. to inactive chunk. Okay, so I think the big things are we need to be able to get the active chunks efficiently, because I don't want to have to go through every single chunk in the game, which could be potentially God knows how many at some point eventually. But okay. Go to the world. So I think this will just need, like, do we even need a chunks array? Like, no, we literally don't. We'll just do active chunks. Actually, we don't even need active chunks. Well, oh, I need to eventually reparallelize the chunks. Yeah, we'll just have this. Oh, wait, no, we kind of need to do this, like, right away, don't we? Oh, no, we don't need this. Yeah, right now we do update everything. Okay, never mind that. There's too much shit that's depending on this, like, function that does nothing. Okay, but chunk dot, so active, check active. Oh, every chunk does it different. I just had a good idea. What if we just have a group? What if we just have a group that does that? And then the chunks themselves can just set it themselves. So, like, set active A. So let's say if is in group active chunk, remove from group active chunks. So if not is in group, add to group active chunks. And so now what I can do is we can just, when we navigate, if the chunk doesn't exist, this will be quite complicated now. 2. So when we get the chunk, okay, we need to do it in the quest. Close other tabs. World path.exists and world path.isActive. So let's do... So if there's an NPC, travel to path, world path. What? Okay. Okay, I see. We do travel to node. World path. Quest ID. But we actually don't even need this right now. We can just do this. Or like nav to node. Let's say nav across. Let's say that. Nav to inactive. Turn true. Okay. Actually, we just do return nav to inactive. Let's say return true. Oh, and also, what does that? So for n, let's do like var closest chunk vector 3. Actually, I know what to do. If nav to inactive this, return true, else q free, return false. Okay. See in get free dot get nodes in group active chunks. Oh wait, var targets chunk equals. Actually, let's do the naive solution first, because I don't care that much. So let's just do var targets chunk. We don't even need this, for example. We can just do equals get current, no, get chunk, or like, yeah, this just gets us the actual chunk, and that's chunk path, which is this, and that's that, and then we don't even need to get stuff there, and then we're just going to do return move to target chunk false, I guess. And we don't even need that. So let's just do... Oh wait, hang on. We can't do this quite like this. Let's at least test it. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so we have guys here. Oh yeah, they didn't navigate properly. Did anybody... Wait, what the fuck is happening? Where are these people supposed to be? Okay. Alright, so he's going... what should we do? I guess we talk to him. There we are. I don't like how skinny his legs are. You know what? Let's just say make the soldiers have thicker legs. But okay, I'm actually kind of happy that the two bugs we've had so far were kind of easy. And this one, it seems like it's not actually going to be too much work to do. I just have to figure out like what exactly I want. Because right now, what this does... Well, it doesn't do it yet, but eventually what it'll do... Actually, screw this. We should not be here. We should be... Let's put that NPC back, so when I went to entry... Where's that test NPC? We may also need to let the computer cool down a bit. Okay, nav test. Test. Was he named like Fun Guy actually or something? He might have actually been this one. Oh, he was. I can literally see it. But okay, so this guy, he's trouble. But we're going to put him here, and then we're going to go to Crab Hill Fort, and we're going to put him at the entry to the Citadel. So this will be $ I guess single colon entry. So this was in something like dialogue quests, NPC find me. Or dialogue test find me. There we are. So this is now Crab Hill Fort. Time stop entry. And then we just start a new game. Completely ignore everything else. I also need a save and load system for the demo, I think. I need too much shit for the demo. And this bug. Alright, well, let's explore. Let's pretend it's comic book style. It's like a comic book. Find me. Okay, so whom, what, why? See if nav to inactive even worked. Actually, I'm gonna use the bathroom real fast. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I also have a bowl of spaghetti. But okay, I was testing to get the nav to inactive. Let's try that. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, you had lunch. Well, I guess not really recently anymore. It was noon. Okay. So we have near final that. I think what I need now... this is going to be such a pain. I basically need to reconfigure it so that I can have a target that is a path and not a node. Because the final path may not exist. And what I actually want is, once we get to the end of like whatever navigation the logic can do, the player or the NPC just gets deleted. Or it actually navigates to the like given position that it needs to go to because the chunk has been loaded because the player is following along. So, excuse me. Basically, the NPC is very likely to navigate to like, you know, like if it's up here, the NPC might navigate to like here and then actually navigate up. And so they're not going to like navigate to like the best place. Oh, they'd actually probably navigate to like here and then do that. Yeah, so the like exit points would be much better. But at least to test the logic, I can do this for now. But okay, let's see. Oh. It's because we have the max target size as well. I guess I could just... Yeah, okay, so this is the problem. We need like a whole... I know what to do. Ignore target distance. So if this... So if not target distance and blah. Because we don't actually do move to as well. And that makes it easier for us, because what I can actually do is have a final target path. And then, oh yeah, we actually need this to be, so this will be false. Or let's say like, check distance true. Avoid double negatives. So if we check distance and it's greater than our max distance, we return false. Otherwise, we return true. And in fact, we could simplify this to just return check distance or actually now it should be ignore distance. Okay, so we return ignoring the distance or that the length is less than our max distance. Oh. Okay. And thankfully, configure targets is pretty easy. So what we're going to do is just do figure targets, target chunk, chunk, and then var r equals, what does nav do actually? Set nav state, navigate to, navpath.clear. So we're going to do move to inactive chunk. Target path equals row path. Target this. We don't need this. Actually, we do kind of need this. Let's do var. So run equals false. Let's do var position equals targets. Okay, and let's also move this up to function nav. Okay. So now this does everything that it should do. Is there anything, what exactly do I need to do that I don't do here? Or that I don't do up here? I guess it'd just be configure the targets this, that. Target path equals that. And then we do var r equals nav to target chunk.global transform. Run, return r. And that way we don't have to have all of this logic in common. Oh wait, no. And also we need to do not set the state to that, set the state to this. Actually, could we have, let's just have var, so s equals state dot move to points. So that way I can just do literally that. And then what we can do is have, for now, move to point, or move to points and move to inactive chunk will be almost the same. Is that the correct thing? What? Oh, wrong thing. Okay. Any other places where we use this? Or state equals move to an active look chunk. No clip 2. Okay. These all seem correct, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this out for size. I forgot literally the entire point of having nav here is that we also needed to have an ignore distance. And then that means that nav to inactive needs to have a true here. Find me? Okay. Look at that. He's off on his own little adventure. And then once he gets there, he will... We should probably have the ability to set running. In fact, can I just do, like, find me true? Oh, wait, no. Wrong place. So, like, travel to find me true? Like, run equals false? And then where do we put run? I think just here. And then we can do here as well. Run. Okay. Now we can do it. And that way he'll actually like put a little like sauce on it and you know get there faster. But okay. Alright, find me. Alright, let's see where he goes. Aha, I think he's doing exactly what I envisioned, where he's going to run up to like the side of the wall, and then from there, his feeble little brain will have to then go, oh wait, this is the wrong way. And also he's overshooting the points every now and then, so he has to double back. Even though he's like closer. It's, well, it's whatever. He has to kind of do what he does. He fucking, like, broke it. I think he's, like, over here now. Oh, wait, was he moved? Actually, I betcha I know what happened. He's still in the other chunk. Oh, shit. Because of the way that the chunks work, he's not actually, he needs to be moved to be like a child of the world, basically. Okay. He needs to do this. Okay, so like nav to inactive. We need to do an extract. And so that way he won't get deleted when he like when the player is following after him and he's like going his own way. Because then we don't have to worry about like too many guys running around if they're like all doing cross chunk stuff, because once they get to their destination, they either reparent to the like appropriate chunk or they delete themselves. You know, if the chunk is still not active, because the only goal that I want is that it seems like they're going to the correct location if the player is like not particular, you know, if the player doesn't particularly care, because it should just be like, okay, really what I should do is just do like what most games do, where they just teleport away. I mean, I could still do that. Like, there's only... But, no, there are a few instances where I actually do genuinely need the characters to, like, navigate. So it'd be good to solve that first, before I do the easy solution. But okay. So he extracted himself appropriately. And yeah, I think the next step will be to, make it so that NPCs have like multi-threading navigation, because you can see the noticeable stutter when he started up. But okay, we got further, I think. He still has to double back every now and then. Wait, he's actually kind of doing it. I think it's just coincidentally, honestly, just getting to the right location. Because, like, right here... Yeah, if he... Well, I mean, yeah, so this is basically the closest position that he could find with his navigation to where he was supposed to go. And so once he gets here, he should then check if the chunk is still inactive. Because if it is, he just has to delete himself. And then, like, wait for the player to actually get up to the chunk, because that means presumably the player hasn't followed him. But what we can do is, alternatively, if the chunk is active, he then re-navigates to the correct location using his target path. So, okay. Let's do, like, target reached. Nav completed. Yeah, let's look for this. Complete nav. So if near target equals final target. So let's do reach target. Let's say that's fine. So if move state equals blah. If near target equals final target, complete nav. And so I think in here, what we do is if nav state equals state dot move to inactive chunk, let's do, I know what I can do. If WP dot, or if final target dot active, no, target path dot active is active, turn move to path dot node running. Is that what we need? Yeah. And actually we can just do that and then return else q free. And actually we could do like a navigate. Well, no, we can't do navigate to path again because then there'd be an infinite loop. So we have to do just, if it's active, we move to it, otherwise we free. Let's check if this works. So there's basically two separate scenarios that we should test. One is the guy, oh wait, hang on. Something happened. Oh, I see. Okay. But if this works, I'm now like 75% of the way there to having like working navigation in the game. So I'm glad that this was not like, you know, because I said at the start of the stream that I was worried this might take all week, and then I wouldn't have any other time for like any other bug fixes, because I really do want to have just more stuff in the game. And like polish and you know, like, because this does not look like a finished product yet. Especially like, you know, floating bits, identical bits of like flat surfaces, characters that just stand stiffly. I don't know where he went. I mean, actually, we know where he's going though, so we don't really need to know where he went. That's the power of being psychic. Oh, okay, hang on. I guess we just wait for him to... Oh, he already beat us there. Somehow? What happened? He was here, but then he wasn't. Where'd he go? So he should be, like, walking toward where he's meant to be. Yeah, I think I lost him. And he lost me. At least there's two of him. I don't know why, but okay. I think this time I should follow him. It's actually... Especially in the dark, this would be a very interesting challenge for the player. Because then they might have to... Yeah, I'm trying to think of how I'm going to integrate this into the time stop. Because I have characters who I imagine running away from the player. And so, if you lose them... I think your course of action has to be the... I'm going to put this in here. Lila can run. If you lose her, you need a way to reset/recover. Radio? Basically, there's already a radio item, like, in the story, so I think I need it as, like, a physical thing of, like, hey, like, the player can use this of, like, hey, please, like, help me, somebody. I'm lost, and, like, I need to figure out, like, how to get back to somewhere, like, to some known good position. But okay, let's stay a lot closer. Thankfully, he has to run back a few times. But yeah, I think, actually, I'll put that in here as well. How do we fix the doubling back? And that'll be a nav bug, specifically. Because yeah, I like the characters being, like, kind of physically controlled. But I don't like, you know, the jank that comes with that. Okay. So, not very good. I don't like that. Why isn't he able to navigate? Like, it should be... Maybe it's just the navigation in here itself is too much. And, like, this area is just too janky for him. Let's double check how it looks. It should be maybe Crab Hill Entry, Crab Hill Center? Maybe Crab Hill Crossing is what it's called still. Yes, okay. So whom is what? Actually, legitimately, what is what in this area? So I think the navigation is supposed... I don't understand how this interacts with this. I think what I need to do is I need to make this area have a line that cuts off right about, like, here, and then have that continue, because if we have this, for example, you can see these overlap so much that I think it causes issues with the navigation. Yeah, I'm gonna interpret that as that. So let's just try some, like, I think if we just put them here, it should work. And actually, I have a good idea. Put some invisible colliders. So there's the blockers here. We're going to put similar blockers Oh, I see. This one has a much larger shape than I thought. Make unique. Remove the rotation. Shrink this. Because basically what I envision is have a place where the two meshes can join. And that place will focus NPCs into, like, this specific area. So, like, an NPC comes up the stairs, then comes this way, and then, like, they go this way. Actually, it'd be better if they went this way and this way. So let's call these, like, entry 1. And, like, entry 2. And these blockers only affect the navigation mesh in order to make it generate different things, which I use for both, like, invisible boundaries, so NPCs don't, like, jump into the water, for example, but also I use it for, like, joining two navigation meshes in a wide open space like this, because I can just say, like, you know, I can just have them, like, connect here by just having a vertex they both have to avoid. But okay, bake this again. There we are. We live in a beautiful society. Oh, that's not what I need. We need this. And then I'm going to shrink this. Actually, I'm going to shrink this way down. It only needs to be this area now. And also, why does it not have its neighbors? I don't care. This is going to be now like this bounding box. I think we can do like -50, 100, and then like negative. So for y, let's keep the y as it is. And then this one also -50, 100. I think we can get away with this. And what I'll do, actually we can get away with even less here. So -40, 80. Maybe not quite. Maybe 45 and 90. Oh. Eventually. There we go. Okay. And so my magic trick will be... Oh, I see. There's something fucked up with the... No, okay, now it's kind of working? What's happening? Why is it like... Why is this in the wrong place? Why am I selecting the wrong thing? There's something just wrong with how I've, like, done things in my life. Just in general. But also specifically in the game, there's something wrong with my preview terrain. When I press the button, it sometimes thinks I'm selecting a thing, and I'm not. Why are these so tall? What's the difference between these? So size, height. Height, radius, so cells. Okay, I see. I think... Do we... Who is correct here? Who is our reality here? Okay, I think the children are wrong. I speak exclusively in dated memes. Like some sort of twisted Dr. Seuss character. Okay. This is a start. I think that's good. And then that means that we can now do that. And so I want these to be close enough that the automatic merging takes care of it when we do this. So now you can see we have vertices here that kind of... Actually, why don't these line up as well as they should? Okay, I see. Just move this a smidge. It's not good enough. Why are these like all... Actually, make this perfectly aligned with the height of the world. Okay, so if I bake this again, we can see it's somehow even more out of line. How? Is it a difference in radius? So the agents, they should all be the same. I also see this doesn't have the script, and also the script is useless. Like, I don't even use it. Oh, also I'm realizing I didn't have the terrain. So the nav mesh was already completely fucked anyway. Yeah, now it's even more out of whack. I'm doing it wrong. Okay, so if I bake it again. I think the merging is... I think this will be close enough. Yeah, basically you can see they'll merge here and they'll merge here because now we have vertices that are guaranteed to be similar positions, where elsewhere you can see the vertices are not. So it would not be able to navigate, for example, from like... Well, it could from here to here, but not from here to like here, for example. Or from like any of these vertices to this vertex. And so that's the purpose of these little blockers. But okay. I should also now make sure that the Crab Hill Crossing... Why does this not have any other neighbors? So it should have like Crab Hill Center at the very least. Yeah, because we need to now make sure that these intersect, which they don't, as you can see. And that means that I need to figure out how to make this all coexist peacefully. Actually, I have a good idea. Do what I once did. Move this there. And that also probably explains why you couldn't navigate here. Because these nodes, or these things already didn't have any like common ground. So I think for Crab Hill Center, we need to do like 2 or 3 meters of extra stuff. And that's going to be a problem for us because that means I need to do, let's see, filters, probably more Z. I'd say probably, if we did 5 meters, I'll have to move 10 meters. Let's do 4 meters and I move 2. Or 2 meters and I move 4, so like 157 and then 314. And then bake that and then move it to the left 4 meters. So it'll be 2 meters on either side. That was not nearly as much as I thought it'd be. Oh well. Let's just do 2. So does that get us close? Doesn't really. Yeah, you can see now, this is getting more and more fucking bad. But okay, let's do 60. So I think... I said 10 meters was going to be too much. Actually, let's test what 10 meters would look like. Or 5 meters? I think it's 8 meters. Okay. So... 59. 318. Actually, so I should have moved it 8 meters to the left anyway, or 4 meters. Yes, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm seeing I miscalculated something. You know? Because here, this still kind of works, actually. This still lines up well. Let's do, I think, another... If we moved 1 more meter to the left, and then expanded by a meter, so that means... Okay, I don't know what I was smoking. The math did work out. Basically, and then move this 1 meter and bake it. And there might be issues here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve that on this side of the equation. Because I've already messed up, like, these connections here. Actually, I just realized. I could literally just do the same thing that I've been saying multiple times of, like, having common points, like these ones, for example, where I don't need to have the same position and, like, line everything up reasonably well. I can just have them, like, interact like this. Like, we can have, like, now, why does this not, oh, is this, hang on, I don't get what I'm looking at here. Who owns this little bit? And why is it not on, like, this side in Crab Hill Crossing? I guess, yeah, it's just not respecting it. Which I guess is because this is not in the group nav. And so therefore all of its children... Okay. There we are. And then we bake it again. And then we get this. And then it's beautiful. And then it's beautiful. It's Joe. But okay, I think we also move this a little bit to the left until these line up reasonably well. Do a smidge. Nope, smidge more. I need something that, like, actually I could just literally put a node here, like, just do like a, actually let's do like a, oh man, or like a little NPC. Let's just put fucking Razia here, who cares? Razia is our friend, and then we can get the nav mesh, and so basically now Razia is going to be our, like, reference, so that way I can just swap to this. Famous word, swap. Why is this not... Is this, like, fucking, like, moving? There we go. What the fuck is happening? It's like I somehow only undershoot, like, dramatically, or overshoot. Okay, we're getting a little closer now. Okay, those look about good. Oh, we need to remove Razia now. Why is this actually, this looks really different. We need to add blockers. Hang on. So it'll be like entry blocker 1 or something. Yeah, you can see something has gone awry. So blocker entry 1. So I'm just going to do my magic trick. Attach this onto both sides. And so that way characters must coordinate and cooperate. Or the nav meshes must coordinate and cooperate. Characters don't need to do anything. Okay, that somehow fixed that. Okay, then go back to the center. Bring this back. Bake it again. Takes a while. And then we have a connection that is like vaguely, hopefully close enough that they like actually work together. So that means this path should be guaranteed to work. And then eventually I'll put like things in here so that way they all like collaborate. Yeah, good enough for now. Okay, let's see it in action. I'm gonna eat spaghetti. Okay, I'm back. Because I can't eat spaghetti while I'm chasing this guy. He's too sophisticated for me. He jukes me too much. It's also nice to see the paths are like a frequent use. But then there's like a nice mix of these alleyways. So yeah, eventually this could be like a legitimately interesting challenge to get the player to like follow a character. Is there a path? Gamers, there's a path. It didn't fucking work. Oh, because it probably... Okay, fuck me. Oh wait, also I was meaning to fix this, that problem where I hold forward on a thing and sometimes I don't ledge jump up it, and for some reason it seemed like it didn't work, but now I guess it's just random based on the position that I like grab it at. I'm trying to understand like when I like ledge jump and it like doesn't do it properly. Because I think I did improve it because I basically just added a slight backwards force when you jump. Which I don't even see. Well, I guess you can kind of see it in the fact that I'm like ledge grabbing further and further away. And so it gets more and more janky as I get further. Oh well. I can't be bothered to fix it. I can be bothered to fix the navigation though, which I think is still a problem specifically with the navigation meshes connecting. Because it seems like, okay, it seems like we got up to here, but then there was no way down into this area. Oh, that makes sense. Because you see, there's this path, but it gets so crusty. Ah. It's now a modeling error. Because the city is so, like, jank, this particular path is unnavigable. Yeah, okay. There are things I need to fix now. Because, yeah, I think it's just this area is straight up, like, not possible to get to within this nav mesh. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. We were on the street. You could just go back to the street and then come back up here. Oh, no, you can't. No, there's only a very specific place where you can do that. Okay. So, the main goal is I just need to put these two together. Which, honestly, I could have done from the start. But okay. That's basically go to... So whose responsibility is it to fix this? I think Crab Hill Center, so this node. I can grab this, because basically this little bit of sidewalk is from this node, or chunk. And this little bit, this right angle, is from this chunk. And they were designed completely independently. I had no... I only vaguely remembered where one of them was. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fix it. And I know how exactly how to do that. We just link to hang on. My music. We link to Crab Hill Crossing, the whole collection. And then this whole thing will copy the transforms of this object here, Crab Hill Crossing. Look at that. And now, all I need to do for now is fix this whole little business. See, look at that. A bona fide video game content. And also I'm going to smooth this. Actually auto smooth this. And then let's add a bevel. Also, why is it not like smooth? Is it? Oh, there, easy. And then I think shading, harden the normals. Let's do like 50 degrees though. Okay. See, now we got a beautiful thing that surely temple will not cause problems. Surely this temple will not be broken. But okay, how do I like fix this one? I think inevitably I'll just have to do the unthinkable and just make this path like not janky shit. And just like extrude it properly and make it a little mesh. And then all the other things that are supposed to be in this little alleyway. But okay. This fixes the issue, I think. In my humble opinion. And what I can also do is I can do a, I think, for now, just have a little pathway here. So that way it's easy for the NPC to get down to here. And then maybe a similar one like right here. Just pop this out. And so that way there's just like soft entryways, wheelchair ramps, accessibility considerations for our poor little NPCs. That's how I talk about real world wheelchair ramps and accessibility. I call everybody NPCs. But okay. It's kind of fucked up looking. but I hope that it will provide, at the very least, a smooth terrain from up here to down here, just for the sake of demonstration, and also for the sake of NPCs doing other things. And we can even do, I'm going to do similar things like here as well, of just like making just subtle things so that the NPCs can actually get up to this damn thing. And like, are there any other places I should put this? I'm going to put one here as well. You know? Just for the sake of making it work and be feasible to implement. Or like, well, no, this is still definitely not going to be final because all of this shit is so janky. Oh wait, I saved the wrong thing. We export this one. Much easier. But okay. Close everybody. Crab Hill Crossing. Let's see everything. Yeah, we get it much better. And now we should have a smooth path. Oh wait, no, we're over here. That's all Crob Hill Center. So now we preview terrain. Took me a few bits to try there. Okay. And then we bake the nav mesh. The Navi mesh. And now we have a smooth path. Oh, not a smooth path from my like mouth to the air, but oh, not quite there. Is there a way to get from up here down? I think we're still missing like a path. You have to go all the way back down here and then all the way over here. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just fucking get like a scrap 3. I think is what we need. Which scrap? Yeah, just fucking put one of these bad boys. Also, why did that break this? We're just gonna make an honest-to-God wheelchair ramp. For our poor little guys. They don't have the power to do this. Really, I think what I could do is just increase the climb, because I think they can handle it. I just haven't programmed them with it. But okay, this could actually be kind of interesting if I deliberately... No, that's fucking dumb. Just make the damn thing work. Like, just put a box. Just put a something. It's like if we did like down and then down and then down. And like this. No, this is all fucking dumb. Like, surely we can do this. We just get this thing. Okay. Cells agent, max slope. Let's do like 60. Bake it. And shake it. There we go. Okay. See the wonders that a mere 15 degrees will do for you? This place is fucked. My goodness. But now the NPCs can also even get you through here, so this whole bit here was completely unnecessary because they can just go this way. Oh well. They'd probably get stuck that way. Oh wait, no, that doesn't even... No, okay, that does go. Okay. I think now the nav mesh is fixed. Which I think was the issue. Hmm. I shouldn't start Sunday streams so late. It's almost 9 and I've only done like 2.5 hours of work. I mean, admittedly, it's my fault for starting 4 hours later than I intended. What? Now he's even more fucked up than he was before. Oh, I see. Now he's like... Yeah, so he's totally fucked up now. Oh, because he's... Hang on. This needs to be bodied up. Free. Okay. And this was because... Because the other chunk wasn't even active. Okay. This is because even more chunks weren't active, so... I think I do need to figure out... yuck. Actually? No, I think I know what I can do. So, my simplified logic. Let's just go back to here. So, new state. So when we reach our target, try to get the real target. If it doesn't exist, try to repeat the active div chunk logic. If we can get closer, repeat the move to inactive chunk. Otherwise, delete yourself. That's what I tell to all the NPCs. And by NPCs, I mean people I disagree with politically. See, the difference between me and everybody else is that I only believe true things. And for some reason, most other people, they just don't, they'll believe things that aren't true. And it's like, what are you, stupid? Am I the only real person in the world? Why is it that I'm the only person who only believes true things? You ever think about that? So he's choosing a different route this time. What's he doing now? Interesting. He's choosing the main paths this time. And doubling back a lot more. Is it because I got too close to the chunk and now he's like... Oh, is it a different, like, closest... No, okay, it's the same point. It's just slightly different navigation now. And then he goes God knows where. Interesting choice there, buddy. I really appreciate that you have chosen to go this way. What's your plan, buddy? Move to inactive chunk. So, like, also, why does this guy not have a debug? Like, doesn't this guy have a debug path? Like, we have the immediate, oh, we don't have it. No, don't we? Wait, what? I guess we don't. TS assistant? Let's check. That's not what I wanted. Okay. I think I broke him. And also we need to go back to school. And we need to do this again. Okay. I didn't need to restart the game. Well, I did. I didn't need to. Ah, well, whatever. Hot reloading does cause bugs, so we should ignore that. Or we should just do what I'm doing. See, everything I do is also correct, which is very strange. I don't know why that is. Where many, other people tend to make mistakes, but for some reason, when I do things, there tends to always be a reason why. For most people, there's no reason. See, that's their big problem. But you see, when I cut people off on the street, it's because I'm doing something important. When other people cut me off in traffic, it's just because they're bad people. But okay, now we actually have a little, like, path that this poor bugger's going on. He does have a very... It is interesting how much this, like, subtle... Like, how much this mesh change seems to have changed his, like, pathing. Because he used to go... He used to have a much more fun route through all the buildings and stuff. Let's throw him off his path. Okay, I should also figure out... I guess what I could do is... I could do a ray cast. Okay, so he should stop right there. He didn't stop right there. What did I do? Why is he just going and going and going? Like, what's even his target here? What's even his plan? So, like, who are we now? We should be... Okay, so we're NPC test. So we got our final position. What is our final position? A trillion, a billion, a zillion. Our last location... Target location, last location. I don't know the difference between those. But okay, next and final are the same. Our current transform... I guess that'd be in body. Oh, we have our position here. Which is... What? So he's going to the correct... He's... I don't understand it. So he somehow, like, is the one. Hang on. Does he have... Is this mesh visible? Godot. I just want to click one of them. Okay. Does this mesh have anything attached to it? Does this... Hang on. Debug path. If has node mesh instance equals target location. Okay, that should be correct. So where's his target location? I guess what I can do... Hang on, I'm going to give this the... Oh, it has the debug green. What if I disable depth test? Okay, interesting. Oh, because the target is there. Okay. And so what we need is not the final location, we need the nav path. Okay. I'm seeing the flaws in my logic here. So where's our path then? So like navigate to nav path. So get next location if nav path dot empty. Oh, who? I know what to do. Let's go back up to this. So like inactive chunk. State dot move to inactive chunk if nav path dot empty reach target continue. Let's say this, so that way it'll go down to here. Okay. There we go. Hang on. Let's just start over. Okay, but now he actually has like a chance of doing things correctly. Because once he gets to his final path, he just, if he was going to an inactive chunk, he just checks for the inactive chunk, rather than trying to get directly there. Why did it work before, though? I don't understand that. I guess it wasn't working, so it just wasn't working in a different way. But that doesn't make any sense. Why was he teleporting then? But okay, so we can see the logic. He's going on an amazing little adventure all through the city. I do prefer the good old days when he went that way. You know, I can also just have a constant. Hang on, I'm going to do... No, I'm not going to do that now. Basically, I was going to say I could have a constant in the class that disables, like, viewing this stuff for everybody. Or basically, like, disables drawing the debug nodes. And then he couldn't navigate. Such is life, I guess. I think the real question here is why can't he navigate? It's like... I guess... Okay, hang on. Let's put the NPC test somewhere else. Let's just check, like, for basic functionality. Before we get into all of our complicated stuff. Oop. Okay, and then no clip. Actually, let's just go there real fast. So we don't need that guy, we don't need anybody. So somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly and we get this guy. So find me. Okay. So let's just narrow it down. So like, he didn't navigate there. What if he was literally right here. He was just right here. Actually, the real question is this navigable? Because, okay, there's a narrow gap, but it does seem feasible for the characters to get up to here. Actually, well, no, keep him there. NPC, wow, it's like a hurricane outside. Close the window. Spooking me. Okay. Ram Hill Crossing. So, okay, let's do 3 tests. Like, if we just put the NPC, like, right here, is it just a bug with the navigation? And also, each NPC hopefully has their own, like, thing. But I'm realizing they don't. Yeah, because this is where he should be, so we need to just do that. Teleport to him. Okay. So how do we get there? In the smallest amount of time possible. There we are. Okay. So, not there. Put him literally right here. Because I think the issue is much simpler than it seems, which is this boundary. And if that's the case, I have the power to fix it. Which is to fix it. Oh wait, no, close other oh, I see. Why is it running at like 0.1 FPS? Okay, this gives me... Why is it taller? Like, what is wrong with this thing? So this one has size, height, blah, blah, blah. And then if we go to Crab Hill Crossing, what we'll see is this should have the exact same parameters. So size and height are 0.1. Is there anything else that I need to think about? Sampling, maybe? Like, does it use a different sampling algorithm or geometry or whatever? Is it because it's not rounded to the nearest thing? Because I think this one might be, actually. No. What if I just moved this one upward a little bit, and then moved a little bit to the side, and then we go back to here? No, I don't like that. And also, moving it up is not going to change anything. But okay, let's just try to get these as close as possible. And then, preview the neighbors. Bake the nav mesh. If these aren't aligned, I'll be quite cross. They aren't. In fact, it somehow didn't, like... It's just simply not correct. Is there something to do with the rotation? Like, is this one rotated at all? No. Let's move that just a smidge. Then move this just a smidge. Move it another smidge. How is it like, hang on. I'm struggling to understand here how these lines don't move. They're literally like 1 micrometer. I'm moving this like centimeters. Okay, I guess I'm just an idiot. Okay. Bake this again. Is it the rate? Am I just missing? I feel like I'm just missing something. Like, are these different radii? Like, does this one just have a different radius for the agent? No, they're 0.3, 1.3. Then we see 0.3, 1.3, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. So how are they generated so off kilter with each other? Well, okay. Oh, then they're completely fucking off, like... Look here. Look at this bullshit. They're not even in the same fucking zip code. My damn things are out of whack. But okay, we need to go this, and then we teleport to the guy. So it's teleport, grab, hill, port. We hopefully don't die instantly. Good. Okay, let's see if this actually works. So find me. He could not navigate because this gap was unbridgeable. So that tells me that all of that work was because this gap is unbridgeable. But why? I think what I can do is just push the boundaries of this a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just 1, 2, 3, 4. Try it a little further back. Move these two. Thank you, Godot. What? Hello? Fucking Godot? What am I even looking at? This is not the right thing. How am I so bad at keeping track of what's what? But okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that the snapping is different depending on what object or scene I have open. But okay. Bake that bad boy. Let's see if it's like, maybe it's just because of like slightly different geometry at the edges that's different enough that it causes like fucked up generation. And then we come here, do that as well, do this as well, bake this. And we'll see if they are perfectly aligned. They aren't. This one is still significantly higher up to the point where it's not going to merge, and it drives me fucking crazy. And like they're intersecting with the same objects and they're not working. Like, look at this fucking thing. Is this thing scaled? No. Is the other one scaled? No. So why is it, for example, that I get perfect interaction, like for this one? What if I just move it even further back? So like push this all the way back to here, so that way it's like the entry. And then we don't even need... Oh, the blockers are already moved. But okay. Actually, push this even further. And then also we need to preview the terrain. Bake this. There we go. Actually, I should have been counting like how far I moved it back. Hang on. So if we... Okay, thank you, Godot. We did like 10 meters. So that puts us basically where I was. Bake this again. We move the other one 10 meters. No, that's not what I want. I want 11 meters then, or 12. And this shit isn't even final. The real version is going to be much more complicated, I think. But okay, so we need 12 meters, so let's just add like 6 meters to either side, and then move 6 meters. So we're going to do X, so that's going to be 51 and 102. Bake that. Okay. Will it? Will Godot deign fit? Oh, but because the things are like off. Okay, hang on. Close everything. Get crossing back. Preview our neighbors. Oh, but it's off. Okay, I see why it's off. Bake this again. Bake it again. Okay, good. Thank you, Godot. I see that you wanted to help me by selecting God knows what that I can't unselect. Okay. And now they're still off fucking center. But maybe they're close enough that it'll count these as being mergeable. But why are they so, like, off? Like, why are they, like, fucked up? What is the point of this? I don't understand how they're so different. Okay, let's see if this, like... Oh, wait, no. This isn't... This is... It's just gonna navigate from there to there now. Hang on. Pause whatever it's doing over there. It's, like, crashing the game over there. Okay, can I, like... Oh, it's because I need to go to fort. Night. So these entries, I think these should all just be... Okay, thank you, Godot. They should just be here. So that way, maybe, I can actually test to see if the NPC can navigate from point A to point B. And then from point A-1 to A. Teleport to Crab Hill Crossing. No clip. So we have one guy at the top of the stairs. If he doesn't work, I'm quite cross with the game. Hang on. Let's see if anybody on the entire world, or I don't think a single soul tries to align nav meshes like this. Make the navigation mesh, try to connect the two navigation meshes. I need to move the plane and resulted in the overlapping. Is there any way to solve this? Does not work in Godot 4 because the agent radius offset will always cause a seam or misaligned edges between the chunks. You need to upgrade to Godot 4.3 beta. When navmesh edges do not match the other chunk edges, the only way to connect regions is with costly edge connection margin you see as pink debug. Okay, let's just fucking make the margins really fucking big then. Okay, fuck me then. I was hoping that there'd be like a thing that I could like connect the two together. Like any sort of like fucking n squared algorithm I can run to just merge them. But the thing just that boggles my mind is they simultaneously overlap and don't overlap. They simultaneously are like misaligned to like the right and to the left. So it genuinely just seems like it's like scaled wrong. Like it's just scaled differently than the other one. And the weird thing is, I've had plenty of nav meshes that were slightly misaligned, I think. Like if we go back to my nav tests, or is test schedule? How did I set this one up? I think there's 2 navigation meshes, yeah. There's 2 navigation meshes, and I think they don't even, what if we just don't even have, what if we have one just like ever so slightly? Like that. And then I come back into here, and we see if this works. It just works. It works just fine. And look at how offline, and look at how like out of whack they are. That's like 1 centimeter. But for these two, for some reason, they just don't connect. Is there a limit? Is there some sort of like hidden limit to the number of connections? Hang on, let's go to the fucking... Let's just go to Godot. What is this? Modules navigation? Navigation server? Oh, I think it's called Godot navigation. Something like that. No, it's not. There it is. It's called Godot navigation server though. So if we did merge edge connection margin. So we can set an edge connection margin, but it's not in anything. Hang on. Oh, it's in the... Oh, okay, hang on. Map set edge connection margin. Okay, so you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do... So where's our map again? Like nav map or something? Edit. Nav mesh editor. So we're gonna fucking like put this on everything, and we're gonna set the like nav mesh margin merge whatever to like 0.4. Map set edge connection margin get RID hang on. So can we do like, so does the nav mesh have an RID? Is it the region RID? Who's the map RID? Where does the map RID come from? Region get map returns the navigation map RID of the requested region. So I guess we do get, so region RID get map so it'd be like var r equals region get map, and then we do r 0.1. Okay. Kind of hokey. And I think it should actually be done in enter tree. Hang on. So that way it's done as soon as possible. Because I'm concerned that this will not work, basically. But it still pisses me off so much. Why are these two maps just not connecting? When every other one of them does it. I'll need to soon, like, break out the C++ and figure out what is actually God fucking damn it. Okay, edge connection margin. We're gonna need to figure out map set edge connection margin, blah blah blah. We don't need to set and get this. We need to like use it. Oh, it's already greater than this anyway, so this actually makes it even worse. So it's 0.25 by default? No, that's in 2D. What's the 3D? I don't care. Okay, is this, like, used? Because we have, like, navigation, get singleton, map set connection, blah. Okay, we do this here. So, okay, so this seems to be the thing. So, regenerate links. Really what I should be doing is porting to Godot 4, because it sounds like it has some features that would be useful for this, like tiles and stuff. But okay, I'm gonna... I think that will be probably the answer to this. Do I want to port to Godot 4 just as like a bug fix? As like one bug fix? I mean, I guess it'd fix multiple things. I'll have to think on it. But okay. I need to use the bathroom anyway, so I'm going to say that that's going to be the end of it today. So I'll be back and consider my options. See ya.